Pickens does a great job of sliding that left toe. You still see a little bit of the pellets come out as he's possessing that football, and I think that ruling of a catch is a good one on the field. I think they stay with it on replay.
Looking from that vantage point, he did have both feet down. When was the catch completed? So Gene has weighed in for us.
Gene, I have a question. At what point, when it's that tight on the, past the line of scrimmage to throw the ball, at what point can you see and spot just the nick of the heel before you throw that flag?
Yeah, you know what? It's a great question, Arch, and really philosophically, I know when I worked, I wanted it to jump off the screen at me, right, in order to inject myself and say something wasn't correct.
Is completed pass. Second down. Clock operator, please set the clock to 41 seconds. 4-1.
All right, so the officials have indeed ruled a completion. So Pickens credited for the catch. We thank Gene Steratore for weighing in. My apologies to George Pickens. Apparently the concentration was good. He got both feet down, and it's a pickup of 6 and a big, much needed play for this Pittsburgh offense. 41 seconds, 1 timeout left.
Colts should be expecting it, but you have to try to find a way to take 1 or 2 shots in this sequence.
Here's Shanklin, again elevated from their practice squad yesterday. This will be a first down run for the Steelers, as now Shanklin suddenly thrust into their backup running back spot behind Najee Harris.
Yeah, to me right now on first down with time is where you take your shot.
I know how accurate Boswell has been from 50-plus. Fields is sacked. Second time they've gotten to him, and both times it's been Odangbo. And now a timeout taken by Mike Tomlin. This will be their final timeout with 18 seconds left. So you've got a second down here, no timeouts. And all that looms large now for Arthur Smith as he looks at that play sheet.
Watch how Odangbo runs the hoop on this sack. All the way outside and then turns the corner and comes back to Justin Fields. Boy, he's had a heck of a game today.
So second sack for Odangbo. We know how good Boswell has been from distance. He was hitting from 61 in pregame warmups earlier today.
If you complete this ball inbounds, you'll probably have to spike it with about 5 seconds left on the clock.
Fields going to keep it himself. Fields gets inside the 35, gets down all the way close to the 32.
So they have to
Fields
hurry
weaves
up.
his way in through. He's going to try to get them to the line of scrimmage quickly and then set up for the field goal to get Chris Boswell, the Pro Bowl kicker, a chance. So the Pittsburgh offense maligned for much of this half, dealing with some of the injuries. Already thin at running back. They lose Cordero Patterson at least for the rest of the half. We'll set up here to try to get them their first points.
Well, listen, I think it's positive. We said at the start of this drive, knowing you get the ball back, that at least getting a chance to get 3 points would be critical in your ability to come back in this game.
Boswell, the most accurate kicker in NFL history from 50-plus. This one from exactly 50, and Boswell is perfect. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, with zeros on the clock, finally get on the board here in Indianapolis. And they will receive the football to begin the second half. Anthony Richardson, meantime, is done for the day for Shane Steichen and the Colts, who will take a 17-3 lead into the locker room.
Coach, you haven't had to climb out of a deficit like this. What do you need to do with your offense? How do you settle your defense?
We're not overly concerned, to be quite honest with you. We turned the ball over in the red zone. We got the ball to start the second half. There's a lot of ball in front of us. It requires an adjustment, obviously, between Richardson and Flacco. But other than that, we just got to perform a little bit more solid than we have.
We appreciate the time.
All right, Aditi, a lot on Mike Tomlin's mind as they go back to the drawing board at halftime. 17-3 here in Indianapolis. Our halftime coverage is next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome.
Nice.
You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Verizon, new and existing customers can get iPhone 16 Pro on us when you trade in any phone in any condition. Only on Verizon.
Vance, Walls, the CBS News Vice Presidential Debate, Tuesday.
Woke David Hill. We know he supports sex changes and puberty blockers for children and changing students' pronouns without parental consent. But what David Hill would do to our schools is even more radical. David Hill, he'd promote police-free schools, a woke, risky policy that defunds school resource officers. Our children deserve safe schools. David Hill would put their safety at risk. Dangerously woke. That's Dr. David Hill.
Dan Bishop. Over 75 sheriffs and DAs endorse me for Attorney General. They know I'll fight crime. My opponent, woke Jeff Jackson, marched in anti-police protests. I gave police pay raises. Jeff supported releasing dangerous illegal immigrants back into our communities. I voted to hand them over to ICE to be deported. I'll restore law and order and protect your family. Woke Jeff Jackson won't.
Supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
It's hard to believe, but it's true. Even the liberal media was shocked Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens.
Every transgender inmate would have access.
Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Shopping pictures.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We can help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-223-1482 to get started today. That's 800-223-1482. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Zone at this point, so we'll see what happens there.
All right, Jags, Texans, this is supposed to be a get-right game for Houston, but after a muff punt, Jacksonville says we're going to take advantage. That's Brian Thomas Jr., 2-yard TD. Jacksonville would take a 7-0 lead, but then Houston would strike back. C.J. Stroud and Nico, they have a connection. That's a 3-yard touchdown, 17-3 Texans.
Ben Roethlisberger, one of the best tackles of his career, came against the Indianapolis Colts, Indianapolis in playoff in the 2005 run, but it was right here, Anthony Richardson.
Oh.
He's going to scramble. He gets injured right here on that play. You can see right now as he comes down, and he is now replaced by Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, he can still throw the football. He's going to find Josh Downs right there. And right now it is 17-3 Indianapolis Colts at the half. And Joe Burrow is going to find Jamar Chase. The contract's beside him. He's back to saying, having fun. I want to play again. And doing what Jamar Chase does. He catches it, makes people miss, gets in there, and he's going to go 63 yards for the touchdown. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdowns on the half. Eli lead 21-14 over the Carolina Panthers.
Eagles, Buccaneers, a surprising first half in this one. Baker Mayfield, double move, and you have touchdown by Trey Palmer, 15 yards for TD. Baker Mayfield cooking this one, 24-7 Buccaneers.
New Orleans at Atlanta. They're going to hand it off to the left side to Taysom Hill. Rumbles his way in there for the touchdown. Then later, Derek Carr trying to throw the screen. Pumps, throws it late, gets tipped. Oh, man, falls right into the hands of Troy Anderson. 47 yards later, he's in for the touchdown. Atlanta up 17-14 down there in the Benz.
All right, C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins, they have quite the combination. I know Diggs was brought over, but this duo is dangerous. Outside left, he runs a dig route. Watch how they move him around. He's in the slot on the right side, runs the corner route, hits him, low and away. And then in the slot on the left side, he runs a slant route, helmet or higher in the end zone for the TD. These guys, quite the duo. 7 receptions, 87 yards in a TD. Nico, big, strong target. You find him in the red zone. If he throws it helmet or higher, it's going to be him or that ball is going out of bounds.
Yeah, and I think, you know, you look at Houston in that game, taking the punch from Jacksonville early.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, a lot of talk about them this week. We talked about it pregame. Who are they? What do they need to do? They come out firing. Houston kind of handles that first wave, that first jab, and has hung in there and got themselves into position to drive that football game.
And I'll tell you, I see nothing different from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They get the ball on the 2-yard line, they go in for the score, but they cannot convert third downs. And these are 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 1s, and you can't get drives going. And then the other side of the ball, and the Indianapolis Colts have controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They can't run the football, and right now even Joe Flacco's got time to throw it.
You know, it's tough because Anthony Richardson is a little banged up. You know, he's played in 8 games in his career. He's been banged up in about 4 of them. Want to see if he can get back on the field healthy. But we do know Joe Flacco, he is forever young. At least that arm is. It's like a puncher's punch. They never lose that punch, so he has that power to let that ball go.
And how about Jonathan Taylor? We talked to him pregame, and he sounded like a man on a mission. He
No
was
doubt.
going into that locker room and not coming out without telling himself we're going to find a way to win.
And with Flacco now in the lineup.
And he's playing that way.
Yeah.
Right? He's running that football. He's catching it out of the backfield, running the football effectively for them. It's going to be interesting to see the second half.
The word that I use to describe C.J. Stroud, nonplussed. He just not get perturbed.
Yeah.
All right, folks, don't forget, coming up later, it will be the Kansas City Chiefs, defending Super Bowl champions, playing against the L.A. Chargers there. Yep, Mr. Herbert will be starting. We'll get back to more of the Verizon Halftime Report when it continues.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. The NFL powered by Verizon 5G.
On game day, you see our strength, but we see yours too. We see the strength it takes to get screened. Facing your fears while still having hope. Knowing that even with great strength, there are some battles best fought with people by your side. Getting screened is the first step.
Being an NFL player demands knowledge, preparation, and skill. Protecting them demands the most cutting-edge helmet technology. The NFL drives innovation through testing, data, and collaboration with helmet manufacturers, leading this season to the 5 safest helmets ever tested, with more position-specific models tailored to player roles, and 3D scanning for custom fits to enhance protection and performance. Before any helmet goes on, safety goes in.
CBS presents a moment of relaxation.
You good? Yeah, I'm good.
Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr., Papa's House, premieres CBS Monday, October 21st.
From the brains behind The Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon.
Welcome to the Cooper residence.
Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
October baseball on TBS.
Power is not given, it's taken.
Give me that power, give me that power.
Step up and call your shot.
This is electric. Power-packed baseball. Show me what it feels like.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. The NFL powered by Verizon 5G.
Welcome back to the Verizon Halftime Report. Coming up 4:25 Eastern, we head to the City of Angels. Justin Herbert and the Chargers welcoming Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. That is the featured matchup.
Yeah, big divisional matchup and big rivalry right there. But I think the big question with the Kansas City Chiefs, they're 3-0. But as Patrick Mahomes has said, they could easily be 0-3. They've kind of been on the edge. They lose Isaiah Pacheco, but really the story early this season is Carson Steele. He stepped in, giving something in the running game. And on the other side of the ball, it's going to be about Justin Herbert and his ankle. He hurt it last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. How mobile is he right now? So that's going to be the question going into this game. He may start it. Can he finish it?
The Chiefs on the edge, and their record again is what?
3-0.
Hey, folks, Verizon Halftime Report continues.
It is an art, choosing gladiators. They're usually prisoners of war.
I claim this city for the glory of Rome.
You will be my instrument.
I will never be your instrument, but I will have my vengeance.
It's just war! Real war!
Rated R.
Hey, Nate, what's the play? It's Coldplay right here on CBS Mornings.
Abortion in this country is not about protecting the lives of mothers. It's about killing a child because you weren't responsible enough to keep your skirt down.
I could not have been happier to be pregnant. But during a routine ultrasound, I found out that my baby was not going to make it, and I was at risk. What Mark Robinson said is despicable.
We could pass a bill saying you can't have an abortion in North Carolina for any reason.
Mark Robinson's extreme abortion ban will absolutely put women at risk.
Lawyers, our mission is to help people in their time of need.
But we realized pretty quickly, working for the insurance companies, that wasn't going to be possible.
So we quit and started Horton and Mendez Injury Lawyers.
Now we help the people of North Carolina,
helping them recover.
Real quick around the league, we got the Panthers 14-21 putting up a fight against the Bengals. Jets 6-0 over Denver. 17-13 Houston over Jags. 10-6 Bears over the Rams. 28-7 Vikings over the Packers. 24-7 Tampa Bay over the Eagles. 17-14 Atlanta over the Saints. Some good games going on.
for it. They pick up 9.
Spiro, snatch is a great word for that catch, because that's exactly what he did. His ball skills and his awareness of where his hands are in space are just, it's pretty to watch.
Fourth time Pickens has been targeted. He's caught all 4. But only 29 yards till this point. Looked like Broderick Jones was a little hobbled at the end of that play. Stays in the game here at right tackle. It's the last thing Pittsburgh needs, any more injuries on their offensive line.
Snap it.
Colts coming, showing with the blitz up the middle. And there's the flag.
Delay game. Offense number 2. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Fields trying to get them set. Officials always say they'll give the offense a beat once the play clock hits zeros, but just took too long that time. And that got the attention of the officials. So 1st and 15 after the penalty. They mark him back at their own 41. Lone setback is Harris. Harris on the take. Just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. E.J. Speed, among the top 5 tacklers in the league entering play today, was there on the stop.
Well, I just, I look at these Colts. They're linebackers in this game. They're playing some good football. We've seen E.J. Speed a couple times make some plays in the backfield, shooting the gap. We saw the big impact by Zaire Franklin and that big stop. They've really come to play. They are flying around in that front 7, really taking a lot of pressure off a secondary that's beat up.
Fields on 2nd and 15 over the middle. This is Washington. Going to sneak inside the plus side of the field. It's a pickup of 11, but keep in mind, this was the worst run defense in the league entering play today. They have been sensational.
They have. And again, Gus Bradley thought, he said it, I feel like we started to get our spirit back after being demoralized in that Green Bay game. And really, it was just, about a quarter and a half of bad football. They got ran on against the Texans. They had a really bad quarter against Green Bay. You wonder, was it just the Chicago Bears who didn't have a good rushing attack, or has this defense been able to turn the corner?
3rd and 4. Fields steps up, fires, it's incomplete. Intended for Freiermuth, well covered, and Pittsburgh drive stalls out.
Yeah, but this play, the spacing just wasn't very good. They're trying to run a high-low. And you see, I can't get a beat on who that was. That's Freiermuth. But coming open just right over the top, the spacing just wasn't good enough, and just a small window for Fields to try to throw the ball in there, and great coverage on 3rd down by the Colts.
Excellent play by Sam Womack, the 3rd-year corner, able to get a hand on the football. Fair catch signaled by Downs. And Joe Flacco and company going to have it just outside their 10-yard line. 37 yards on the punt by Waitman. 14-point game on CBS. Richardson, if you've just joined us, Richardson leaving the game towards the end of the first quarter with a hip injury. Taylor on the take here as we go downstairs to Aditi.
Spiro, Anthony Richardson
Okay, we
is
got the
still
Colts with
on
the
the
ball.
sideline in full uniform,
Driving
cleats and
17-3
all. I watched him
on
talk
top of
to
the
Shane
Steelers.
Steichen before the half, seemingly reassure him that, yes, he can indeed move. But when I asked Steichen, he said he got hit. He's out of the game. So then I asked him, how do you keep the momentum going with Joe Flacco? He said, we need to keep running the ball, and we need to keep getting first downs.
All right, Aditi, this Indy team, interestingly, since Steichen took over last year, they've never lost when leading at halftime. They were up 7-0 last week against Chicago. And now the play calling, you think, is going to change pretty drastically with Flacco coming in. Obviously, a much different style quarterback, Archers. We take a look at what they did in the first half.
Well, coming in with Anthony Richardson at quarterback, they were a heavy RPO, run-pass option football team, and that was a big part of their offense. In fact, Mike Tomlin said that's one of the major parts of their offense that they have to contend with. So that is not going to be as much as a factor. And I also wouldn't imagine they want a lot of long developing passing concepts because he is a 39-year-old quarterback.
Flacco's going to run for it. Sliding close to the first down. So the old graybeard says, I can run with it. We'll check the flag here.
Yeah. Take that, Adam Archuleta. I'll run with the football.
Land Clark spots it considerably short of the line to gain. Now we'll check the flag.
Illegal formation. Offense, number 72 is lined up in the backfield. That penalties decline, fourth down.
All right, so they get Braden Smith, their right tackle. Obviously, Mike Tomlin declining that penalty, so Tomlin doesn't get the points to start with their first drive, but his defense holds. And this is why Tomlin declines it. Flacco sliding a little bit short of that line to gain. That yellow line, not official, but it's awfully close as Pittsburgh's defense forces a third straight punt by the Colts. Rigoberto Sanchez, the 8th-year punter. And this one is going to be played by Austin. Boy, makes a couple of guys miss. Austin's got a seam. Boy, the Steelers needed something. And it's Austin who had the big 55-yard touchdown last week. Massive play for the Steelers.
Boy, this body control is just incredible. I thought he was about to get blown up. Watch his body control right here, like Neo from the Matrix, just bending space and time, and then just get him into the open field, and that's a shot right there. That's a little jolt. That's incredible. Just incredible play. I thought he was going to get his helmet knocked off by Goodson coming down the football field, but you know, that's the play. You got guys going down, no Patterson. You're trying to get some stuff going. Special teams, complementary football is what Mike Tomlin hopes gets his team back in this game.
So they begin here at the Indy 33-yard line. Fields in the face of pressure. Wobbly pass, boy, dangerous. Looking for Harris. It was Latu had the big strip sack last week. What a story this kid has been. Took him with the 15th overall pick, applying the heat against Fields.
Yeah, and listen, Justin Fields this year with Arthur Smith as his offensive coordinator is running play action, the second most in the National Football League. And usually you would like your play action to generate chunks downfield, but they're only averaging, when you talk about air yards, 1.2 yards per play. So he's dumping off the play action. They just can't get it going downfield.
Harris stood up, and it's Latu again for the Colts. Archie just can't get over how well this Colts defense has been. Again, worst run defense entering the day. Two more starters out. Kwity Paye and Kenny Moore, they've been unbelievable.
Yeah, and another 3rd and 10 for Justin Fields. It's been, you know, if there's one thing that has allowed them to play with the style that they've played in the first 3 games is their ability to stay on schedule and have 3rd and shorts. That has not been the case here today. This Colts defense putting him in a lot of difficult situations.
Fields again running for his life, and he's going backwards.
Oh,
The football came loose. They're going to mark him down, but they are knocked out of field goal range. Chris Lamons and E.J. Speed giving chase for the Colts. The negative plays that Justin Fields had been avoiding the first 3 weeks. Big part of the story here in week 4.
Yeah, this has to be an assignment error because they release the back and you have 2 free rushers. You should never have 2 free hitters in the backfield.
On the field is fumble, recovered by the defense.
Now the officials have ruled fumble, so apparently Fields was not touched before the football was ruled out. Lamons making the clean recovery. Every turnover subject to automatic review, so they will take a look at this. My goodness. So football ruled out before the defender had made contact with Fields. That is the call in the field as they will take a look now upstairs. When did the ball come out and was there contact? You see it loose.
Yeah, that's it appears the ball is starting to come out before Lamons touches him because the ball is out
starting
now.
To come out, but he gets control of it again. It looked like
I don't think he ever gets control of it again. I really don't.
Is this our first officiating disagreement of the season?
I put my money on.
You're going to stick to your guns?
I don't believe that he's able to get control of the football before he is touched. But you have no idea how good of a play that was from Lamons to be able to blitz.
Going on the field stands, first down.
Wow. Lamons with the recovery, and that is the other part of that. There was a clear recovery at the end of the play, giving the officials a chance to make that call as the Steelers turn it over. Their second here in Indy.
Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
All right, Colts still on top, 17-3.
Third time's a charm. Here we go.
It's okay. We'll get on the next one.
Pressure's getting to him.
Maybe we should change it up. Now I got it.
Keenum, get loose.
Here we go. Daddy's got this.
Hey. You got us this far. Keenum's going to finish the drive.
You got it. Yeah.
Okay. If only there were backups in real life. But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
She worked her way up.
I had a summer job at McDonald's.
He was born there.
I'm very rich.
She fights for you.
When our middle class is strong, America is strong.
He doesn't.
Well, you're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts.
She has a reason for running.
We are helping dig families out of debt by telling billionaires to pay their fair share.
And so does he.
They want to put me in jail.
Kamala Harris, for you. FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Hey! No flex, zone. Hey! Hey! No flex, zone.
Statement, the terrific game-opening drive that he punched in for 6. Anthony Richardson lost to the hip injury. Joe Flacco coming in. They did not miss a beat. The touchdown pass to Downs. Pickens, the costly giveaway. And then just moments ago, the sack fumble by Indy's defense. So the second turnover for a Pittsburgh team, Arch, that entered the day top 3 in the NFL in turnover margin.
That's been the blueprint so far this year.
Different story so far here in week 4. Flacco going down. Beanie Bishop coming off the edge. And Flacco never had a chance. CBS tonight, the epic climb begins when 16 strangers face off in a high-altitude game for $1 million. Don't miss a premiere episode, sneak peek of the summit tonight after 60 minutes on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. That is a loss of 6. As we take a look at the last 3 possessions, all punts for the Colts. Flacco protected this time, threads the needle inside the 40. First catch of the day for Alec Pierce as they get 9 of those yards back to set him up with a 3rd and 7.
Spiro, this is the part in the game, you know, with Flacco at quarterback. We haven't really said his name, but you know, T.J. Watt. This is the part where even though Braden Smith has done a terrific job and played very well last week against some very good Charger outside rushers, you have got to be careful because this is the type of game where Watt can make a big play to turn it.
They give it to Taylor, interestingly, here on a 3rd and 7. So the Colts play conservatively. And now the field goal unit going to be sent out. Shane Steichen not taking any chances here to try to build on his 14-point lead. Steichen talking about just how invaluable Joe Flacco has been in that quarterback room for his young quarterback Anthony Richardson. And now Flacco taking over the reins as Matt Gay sets up here for a 54-yard field goal. Gay last year, remember, had to deal with that nagging hip injury. And this kick is no good. He hooked it wide left. And Indianapolis comes up empty. So the Steelers with their 2nd turnover, but they dodge a bullet, maintaining that 14-point deficit.
Every fall, we say hello to a change in routine and just a little bit of chaos.
Everybody have everything? Yeah, great.
This is no more evident than in your driveway. It's center stage for handoffs, trunk swaps, and countless last-second pivots. We're here for what's ahead, helping you shift seasons and style, no matter how long it takes to get on your way. Because this fall, we've got a lot to look forward to. Your fall favorites are here.
Hey, girl. Girl! I do not know the name of this girl. What I do know is Neutral is a tasty seltzer made with real vodka.
Colts missed that field goal.
This one I know.
Keeping it 17-3.
Keep it tasty.
Now we got to see if the Steelers can produce on this drive.
But home is also your body.
Last one, everyone.
I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
And that's why our favorite part of camp
was the ride to camp.
Can we please get a ride? Oh my God!
Sure.
Transform your cabin with the ingenious stowable 2nd row center seat. Available on the Honda Pilot. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Check out Mahomes scrambling into T-Mobile to get the new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence. Cuz holding it up like a baby lion. Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
I'm Elspeth Tassioni. I work with the police. Hi.
Damn Jack in the Box. She just pops up and makes noise.
Elspeth is back CBS Thursday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week, and streaming on Paramount+.
No fan base in the NFL travels quite like the Steelers, but they've been sitting on their hands a little bit here. Uneasy with where their team sits. Came in 3-0, but they're down 17-3 here with 5:49 left in the 3rd quarter. So both teams start on the plus side of the field, and neither comes away with any points. Justin Fields and company begin at their own 44-yard line. Harris Puts up minimal yardage. The miscues today, the major headline arch for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and credit the Colts defense here on 4th and 1. Franklin, this was the big missed opportunity. Huge drive, and then Pickens in scoring position. Really nicely done on 3rd and long. Blitz by Gus Bradley, and they make Justin Fields cough it up past midfield.
Remember, Pittsburgh entering the day today had scored just 3 touchdowns through the first 3 weeks. They've yet to score so far. Fields letting it rip, and he's got Pickens. Huge sequence there for the Steelers. Perfectly thrown pass by Fields. And they pick up 38.
Well, I love the awareness by Justin Fields. Pickens is just running to the middle of the field, and then he sees he's going to go on an adjustment. He sees Fields, gets outside the pocket. The safety to the other side goes to the sideline, and Fields gives them the desperate, explosive passing play that this offense needs.
Pickens, who led the league last year in yards per catch, gets Pittsburgh in business in the red zone. Fields. This is Harris. He's got some open green grass, and Harris taking on tacklers. Very close to that first down marker, waiting for the official signal. It's a pickup of 11, 1st and goal, Pittsburgh. Let's go to Aditi.
Spiro, you and Arch keep talking about this. This is the first time the Steelers have really faced adversity. Broderick Jones came off after that last drive, threw his helmet, kicked the bench, and then tight end Pat Freiermuth came over to the entire offensive line and said, just calm down. Sure looks like they have. Mike Tomlin had a big high five for George Pickens after that catch.
All right, Aditi, how do they navigate here? Last time they were close, the Pickens turnover. Can they cash into some points? Harris. Looked like that one was whistled dead with a flag thrown. This one appears to be against Pittsburgh.
False start. Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's Mason McCormick making his first career start at left guard. Pittsburgh's red zone touchdown percentage just 2 of 8. Arch.
Yes. The best thing that they have going in the red zone is Justin Fields running the football.
Another frustration for that man, Mike Tomlin, pondering things.
Steelers got to make something happen.
If you're a Steeler fan, you'd love to see.
Right there.
You'd love to see Freiermuth have an impact in this game on this series.
Been a long time since Freiermuth caught a touchdown. They go trips to the left. Fields on 1st and goal, flushed out, looking, he's going to run for it. Fields dives inside the 5-yard line, takes a hard hit there at the end. EJ Speed giving chase. It's a run of 7, and it will be 2nd and goal for the Steelers.
Yeah, initially, you know, you never know what he's looking at, but he has a receiver open, coming open. I think it's Pickens right in the middle of the field. Eyes weren't there. He decides to tuck it, pick up some positive yards, and now he's set up inside the 5.
Justin Fields, who has won 3 straight starts for the first time in his career, can he bring them back in a 14-point hole? Fields to the end zone, dangerous pass, batted down. Sam Womack, that's his 2nd pass defensed in this game, working on Pickens.
Spiro, I'm impressed today with these corners from Indianapolis. Without Kenny Moore in the lineup, almost every time they try to attack outside, Jones, Womack, the rest of that crew, they've really made life tough and difficult for George Pickens.
Womack, the Detroit native, they got him off waivers from San Francisco. He has made 2 huge plays for the Colts. 3rd and goal. Fields desperately needs one right here. He's going to run for it. Fields in, touchdown. The Pittsburgh Steelers trying to pick themselves up off the mat. Finally into the end zone. Brand new game.
Well, here's what
Steelers on the board.
Initially, as Fields looks to the left, he's going to pull Zaire Franklin over to that side. And so as he pulls him over to that side, you see Franklin's eyes. Now there's nobody there. Franklin can't get there fast enough. and Fields gets Pittsburgh the touchdown that they needed.
16th rushing touchdown of Fields' career. So they go 6 plays, 56 yards in just under 3 minutes. 5-yard touchdown run by Fields. And he's got the Pittsburgh Steelers back in business here in Indianapolis.
10-17, Colts on top still.
You don't understand who my dad was. He wanted us to be #1. It's up to us now, right? And they would be proud of us. We are famous. Our ratings spread through the roof.
Derrick Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Okay, and this is Auto again, right?
Auto!
Hey, this is my living room.
Home!
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dude, dog food in the fridge?
It's not dog food. It's Fresh Pet. Real meat, real veggies.
Real weird.
He was bad luck anyway.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
Bengals on top of the Panthers 28-14.
Is almost here.
Denver still losing to the Jets 6-0.
This is the most amazing sight I've never seen. Ghost
Houston
is all new. CBS Thursday,
down to
October
the Jags
2017.
2017. Got the Bears on top of the Rams 17-15.
It's Sunday morning football.
Vikings still up 28-7 on the Packers.
Two sides take the field. Only one will emerge victorious.
30-16 Bucks over the Eagles.
Justin Jefferson leads the
20-17 Falcons over the Saints.
Set your alarms because this waits for no one. Rise, shine, football. Jets Vikings. Sunday, October 6th at 9:30 Eastern. Only on NFL Network.
Mike Tomlin trying to rally his quarterback, Justin Fields, as the bond between those two continues to strengthen week to week. One thing Tomlin told us the other day, he said, look, we all knew the player that Justin was, but a lot of it's speculation. Until you get into the battles with him, you don't really know. But boy, any doubts, all those things have quickly dissipated as he continues to impress. Can Fields now bring them back as they play from behind for the first time this season?
Society created Crucial Catch because early cancer detection can save lives. Don't wait. Visit NFL.com/crucialcatch to find your local cancer screening resources and learn how to reduce your cancer risk. Today, the Colts are hosting cancer survivors and their caretakers. At halftime, 10-year-old Mason, a patient from the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, rang the ceremonial bell to celebrate the completion of his cancer treatment, Spiro.
Didi, just great, heartwarming stuff at halftime. Great to see the smiles on those young faces. Flacco running for his life, just throws that one out. Boy, was he out of the tackle box.